Hey everybody, it's B-Diz the Rockstar, part of SuperObvious. In this video, we're talking about a bunch of new features that'll be in GTA 6. Let's go. As you may have heard by now, Jason has the ability to see where valuable items are. As far as Lucia and an ability, we're still not sure, but she is supposed to have certain characteristics, such as being stubborn. If she is being chased, injured, or in any kind of big danger, such as a shootout, she won't straight up ask Jason for help, more so kinda hint that she is in trouble. Lucia can get sea or air sick. Also, her fighting style includes a bunch of kicks and open palm strikes. While playing as a character such as Lucia, you can call Jason and actually have conversations in general. This could include just staying in touch and maybe even getting random side missions. In previous games, it was pretty common to randomly call a contact and it go right to voicemail. Jason can actually get a job at a pharmacy or be a medic to seem legit with his criminal lifestyle. You have to take care of your characters, meaning sleep, eating, and drinking water. Not taking care of your characters will make your health decrease, even being exhausted and having blurry vision. This also affects your health status during missions. So taking care of yourself is important, just like it is in real life. If your character is exhausted and are staying still for too long, they may just try to sleep right there. There's also a stress meter, and if it's too high from police, substance abuse withdrawal, missions, or any kind of danger, you may not be able to fall asleep to get better. Your character can be addicted to gambling, drugs, alcohol, and tobacco. As far as environments, there's supposed to be a full-fledged theme park with rides, games, and attractions. It's considered to be Rockstar's version of Disneyland. Also, a casino that will be available close to or during the launch of the game. Not like in 5, where in the game, the casino was being built but came out online way later. Stores actually have opening and closing hours, so you won't be able to go in a place to get food, a car, or ammo whenever you feel like it. I think those are details that I'm excited about. It forces you to think ahead of your travels because you know what time it is during the day, like all day and night, so there's technically no excuse. And if you keep going to spots that aren't open, you're just a dumbass. As far as dealing with the cops, I talked about that a bunch in my 38 features you need to know video, so check it out. But there's more in-depth details such as police setting up roadblocks and parameters. And how big this area is depends on how big your wanted level is. If cops don't see you at roadblocks, they will start searching cars in the area. If you see a cop on foot approaching your vehicle, you could try to slump down your seat to hide, but a cop could still find you, adding to how intense it is dealing and trying not to be discovered or busted by the cops. And like I said in my previous video, when Lucia and Jason rob the Waffle House, there is a response timer to when the cops will arrive. Well, more in detail is that there's a response timer and it alters depending on what is going on. So if you are driving and slightly crash into a car, the cops won't show up as quick to where if you rob a store, a bank, or have a bunch of hostages and killing people. The response time for law enforcement will be a lot quicker and intense. This feels a lot more like how things in real life are, which is crazy realistic. GTA 6 will have its own Rockstar version of Spotify, which is like the biggest music app in the world. So that's a cool part of Rockstar, keeping things updated with what's trending in real life. Speaking of, you're supposed to have reputation stats, where people start to be aware of what you're doing in the game, leading to you getting followers on social media and basically becoming famous. There's economy factors that happen, such as stocks and inflation. Prices for companies and properties can skyrocket depending on what's going on, and basic items like a soda or slice of pizza could cost a lot more than normal. If you need to fuel up your vehicle to drive, gas prices could be affected as well, which some people could like or not, especially when money could be tough in the game. But it's real. You can apply for a credit card to buy things, which you have to repay within a few days, otherwise people will be sent after you. Me personally, I want the game to be as realistic as possible with all these details. As far as cars, I've said how a car can be left running with the radio on if you don't actually turn the car off. A new feature is leaving the door open while exiting the vehicle, especially if your vehicle has an armor upgrade on it. It would be ideal for taking cover when being cornered and shot at by cops or gang members. That sounds like a great feature to have. Activity-wise, there's more stuff you can do, like going hiking, playing basketball, having dance-offs in clubs, which all sounds like fun to take a break from the intense gaming. You can also set your timer to watch your favorite TV shows on TV. Also, news updates on the TV could change based on what the media has on you and what you've been doing. As far as the story between Jason and Lucia, there is a rumor that Lucia was locked up and Jason was a hire to help her escape. I wrote a complete script of the backstory, important plot points, and climax with different multiple endings in the game in detail, so check it out. I explained some details when it comes to interacting with NPCs in 6. To go even further, there is the feature to where you can talk to people and they can help you. Like say you're talking to a bum and you're nice to them and being respectful, maybe even giving them a few bucks or whatever. This can make it so they could help you later in the game by giving you info that could help you out. Stuff like that sounds exciting because it makes you feel like people just out and about in the streets matter. There's a bunch of crazy stuff in 6, such as bounties being put on you, where your wanted pick could be put up like everywhere if your wanted level is big enough. You can also buy off your bounties, giving you a chance when people want you locked up or dead. There's blackmail, which could include you framing someone, such as by stealing their phone and threatening them if you think there is a chance they could tell on you from any kind of criminal activity that you've done. You can also ride in unmarked cars, which could make you seem like you're with law enforcement to get out of the area if you have a lot of heat on you. There's also hacking, which seems like that could be awesome to use to your advantage in the game. There is supposed to be way less loading times. I hope this is true because loading times going between scenes or going in and out of the buildings did kind of take you out of the mood, especially when things felt time sensitive and intense. Even if all these features aren't in the final game, it still seems so realistic in depth with how smart the cops are. And our characters dealing with stress, sleep, addiction, relationship status, missions, and a bunch of other stuff. When you switch between characters, the one you are not controlling could be falling to their addiction as their health is melting away. The last thing I wanted to talk about is when you damage buildings and features in a city that stay damaged. It would be crazy if you have a rocket launcher, shoot it into this huge building and it explodes and the damage stays there and the debris is everywhere. Or if you get a truck or a tank and you can drive it right into a building and it shows the damage that is permanent or has to get slowly fixed by the city. In game, that sounds super realistic and cool, but online wise, with a bunch of people in the same lobby, that seems like that could be a mess, but we'll see. But yeah, that's the video. Let me know in the comments what features you're most excited about. Are there any features you haven't heard of that you want in the game? Are there any features that you think won't be in the game that I've talked about? Like and share the video, subscribe to support the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Totally for sure.